Give it up for Rafu Rodriguez. So Latin, so clean. I love a copy. His partner, he's stoic, he's placid, and he's hard to be flapped. The unflappable, the indifferent, the always stoic. But when you can crack him and make a smile, makes my day. He lights up like a Christmas tree. He won Muskego with his partner, Rafu. He took 5th place in Denver. Give it up for the Dream and the Steve Paul. Now, he took 2nd place last year in Florida. That's right, Fort Lauderdale with his partner, Rocky Paulus. He comes to us from Grand Blanc, Michigan. That's right, his career best is AVP 9. He's already tied that today. He stands 6'3". He is the one and only. They call him Hefe because he's always a boss. That's just how he plays. Give it up for Jeffy Samuels! Now this man here, he lives in Philly now, but he hails from Medford, New Jersey. He played at Stevens as a freshman. He led the team in dinks. As a sophomore, he led the team in kills. As a junior, he led the team to a national championship. He's got style for days. He's got a smile bigger than all outside. And he always rocks the Pit Vipers because that's just how he plays. I want you to make some noise for Mr. Chris Vaughan!
Wipe real quick. I had it in my jacket. I don't know where it went. I think there's one up there if you need one. Sorry. He had one up there. Sorry.
Welcome and thank you for joining us here on Championship Court number 1 at the 2022 Waupaca Boat Ride Beach Volleyball event here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. The clouds have parted, the sun has graced us, the wind has picked up, and the volleyball is unbelievable.
Oh, and a high floating knuckle poke you there from Rafu.
Rafu opens up the scoring with a quick kill. After the serve of Vaughan.
That'd be a good time, Taylor. Lower your head, I'm excited to be a part of it. We got one down here. Rocking back to serve.
Rafu hitting the sidewinder. Samuels chases it down. Vaughan looks for the high over the top. But Palm decides to stay crouched and jump into that cross-court shot. First block for all 4 participants goes to Palm. More of a traditional hard top spin. Samuels has to put it on. Palm to the stand. Rafu puts him tight. Palm with the cutter underneath the block, away from a very formidable blocker in Jeff Samuels. Palm tallies his first kill as the ball comes back to the playing area. Rodriguez back to serve. Vaughan brings that one back. Samuels is able to throw it up. Another pokey off the hands into the sand.
Taking a ball that I think anyone can get to. Gets the dig and puts it away from the we got 4-0. Jacob Cousins, I can steal you when you have a minute. Whenever you have a minute.
4-0. Really nice job by Palm, also waiting, leaping into that cross court. Able to drop that inside hand while keeping that left one high, sealing the line. Rafu continues to serve, 5-0. All 5 points have been earned by Palm and Rodriguez. Vaughan fights that one off. Nice pass. Looks for the high lofty shot over the top, but picked off by Palm. Palm goes short in front of Vaughan for another kill. 6-0, timeout requested by Samuels and Vaughan. We're still very much early here in set number 1 in the men's championship bracket on court number 1. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. We return here to center court. Some crazy English on that one. Rafu leads his his teammates. 4 kills and 1 from Palm. All 7 points have been earned.
Holy inside back, Palm. Thought he was rooted to the spot, but he get up and hang there for a minute. 8-0. Back to serve now. Rafu.
After the service error by Rafu, that's going to put Samuels and Vaughan on the scoreboard. Hefe back to serve. Going to go after Palm. Palm's high on the line, goes hard to the cross court, but doesn't clear the net.
Back to service line now.
Palm's second serve. Goes short, takes Vaughan to the floor. Excuse me, takes Palm to the floor. And then Palm off the hands of Samuels and out of bounds. 9-2. This is the opening set in this men's championship matchup. On the left side of your screen, serving is Dave Palm, his teammate Rafu Rodriguez. They are competing against Jeff Samuels in the dark blue shorts. In the lighter blue shorts is Chris Vaughan. First kill for Vaughan and Samuels. First of many to come. Right now it's been the play of Palm at the net. Palm's off the hands, the hand of Samuel and out of bounds. Rodriguez has 4 kills, Palm with 3 kills. But Palm has 3 blocks to his credit, net violation.
I agree that the ball hit the net, but I also think that Dave went like that. You missed it. You missed it. That's okay.
Nice first-hand listen in between the conversation with the official and Chris Vaughan. Vaughan voicing his concern. Rafu back to serve. 11-3.
Wow.
Service ace down the line.
Well done, Rafu. Not bad and impressed.
First ace of the contest. Errant toss leads to a service error.
CV back serve.
Did you hate to see that, a service ace followed by a service error? Though it is a +1 because you got the point on the side out, earned the point on the serve, and then you gave one back. That's going to be in. Wow, that's incredible.
Oh, good.
Really nice job by Palm. Step closing, elevating, able to get a nice pokey over the top. And Samuel's a very formidable blocker, jumps extremely well. Very nice timing by Palm. Palm heads back to the service line, 13 serving 4. Float serve coming, handled by Vaughan. Samuels puts him straight up and down. Vaughan looking to go over the top, has to go over on 3. Goes short, that brings Vaughan down. Oh, unfortunately the wind carries that into the antenna. Vaughan fights it off, pushes.
Great shots there, Chris Vaughan coming up with a big there. 5-4. CV back to serve.
Rafu over the top of the block down the line. That is Rodriguez's 5th kill. He leads all attackers with 5, followed by Palm with 3, and Vaughan and Samuels with 1 apiece. Correction, 2 for Vaughan. That's going to be a technical timeout. Score is at 21. That's our 3rd side switch. We will return to action. Looks like Samuels and Vaughan are starting to really figure some things out. We'll see how they respond in just a quick moment. Teams have been requested to return to the sand. These 2 teams won their opening round contest. They're competing for a share of $25,000. The total purse between the men and the women is $50,000, so we'll split that equally. The question will be how much of that $25,000 will go to first, second, and then down the line. Samuels will serve. Palm passes straight ahead, tight. Able to elevate around the block of Samuels. This is the 5th/6th, respectively, depending on whether you consider Hermosa to have begun first or Waupaca, even though they're happening concurrently. That is of the calendar year. This is the 3rd Tour Series event, which ranks right below the Pro, and the first Pro one is Hermosa Beach, taking place right now, and we have not had any major or gold events. That is coming up in August. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. Wow, Palm able to reach across for the Kong block. Almost like he contacted it simultaneously just to make that a little bit harder against Vaughan.
Dave Palm making the service line here on set number 1.
Service error. So the top 4 teams from both the men and the women, that'll be the 2 teams that play in the semifinals, will be given a berth into that Manhattan Beach event taking place in August. That is going to be a gold event. Picked up by Vaughan. Samuel plays it up into the middle. Vaughan around, asks for a net violation. No one seems to have any idea what he's talking about. Vaughan heads back to the service line. Nice delay by Rodriguez, looking like he might chop down the line. That sends Vaughan sprinting and then ends up going straight away on the shoulder. The wind causes that one to come straight down. That is a 3rd service error for Rodriguez. But they were able to gain so much of a lead in the first 8 points. It was 8-0. All 8 points had been earned at that time, so they had a little bit of space to give up a few points. Samuel going after Rafu. Rafu with the poke over the top. That is the 7th kill for Rodriguez. Looks like someone trying to talk to Dave while he's on the broadcast, so we get to hear the background noise, the background conversation rather. Goes short. Vaughn's able to run that one down. Samuels puts him on the antenna. Off the block. Doug becomes over on 3 aggressively. Palm registers his 5th kill here in set number 1, just out of the controllable reach of Vaughan. That brings us to set point opportunity number 1. 20 will be serving 9. Wind plays that one a little bit, decides to come off. 3rd contact does not go.
Chris Vaughan going back to serve now.
They stave off 1 set point. Samuel's able to run that down, puts it tight. Vaughan tries to put pressure on the combo. Rafu looks to go over on 2 after the pickup by Palm, but the ball is wide. That staves off set point opportunity number 2. Oh, the wind bringing that one down. That will end set number 1 in favor of Rafu and Dave Palm. They take it 21-10. Please join us after a brief intermission and word from our sponsors for the start of set number 2. These 2 teams looking to stay in the winner's bracket. The other team will be relegated to the contenders bracket. It is double elimination, playing for a share of $25,000, which will be for both genders for a total of $50,000 purse. And we'll come back to you in just a brief moment.
Rafu heads back to the service line.
Action is back underway here on court number 1. Vaughan opens up the scoring. He leads his pair of attackers. Rodriguez leads his pair of attackers with 7 kills to Palm's 5. Vaughan now with 4, Samuels with 1. Good pickup by Vaughan. Samuels plays it high, so Vaughan has a chance. There's Samuels, finally able to find himself in a great spot. He'd been putting a lot of pressure on them, but to that point they were able to evade him. Waited long enough, dove into that cross court. That gives a 2-point advantage, 2-0 here in set number 2.
Just as long for Vaughan as he's going to take Palm to serve.
Palm will serve. Ball is long, service error. Rafu down the line outside the block of Samuels. Rafu leading all attackers currently with 8 kills to his name. That's between 2 sets. Samuels picks up the serve. Vaughan straight up and down. Rafu able to read. Looks for the soft chop down the line. Right now, both attackers needing to wait to see what the wind is going to do, if it's going to take the ball away from or across their hitting shoulder. Rafu with the sidewind spinner away from the passer. Tries to go in front, one-handed or one-arm dig. Again down the line, but wide of the sideline this time. Tries it the same shot he just did on the previous rally. Rafu now equaling his errors. Vaughan back to the service line, 4-3. That was our first side switch of the set. Tries to go away, similar serve selection to Rafu's. Goes underneath the block and then off the defense of Rafu to the sands. 5-3, this is the first lead of the match. And therefore also the largest. Way to commit to it. High line goes hard cross. Vaughan was there. Rafu leading all attackers, 3 right now. They've been trying to pick on Rafu, especially from what would have been his inside lane to the outside lane, trying to use this wind just a little bit to their advantage as well.
Team ball answered now, 4-5 here on the center.
Has to go. Vaughan with the read, basically charges downhill.
He got the freaking net. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You looked that way and he nailed the net.
Got through the ball. From the referee as we have 6-4. And that ball's going to go to Jeffy Samuels, I believe, you serve.
Samuels trying to indicate that he did not touch the ball nor the net. In fact, the ball hit the net and then went out of bounds. Both teams to this point have had a disagreement on at least one call. So much of the game, and really sports in general, right? Some honor calls there. I don't think, I suppose anybody is capable of it, but I think these teams trying to be as honest as they can. Samuels with the top spin. Rafu down the line, picked up by Vaughan, puts him on the antenna, chooses the off-speed shot over the top. Good pickup. Vaughan playing the long game right now, got beat twice, once, possibly almost a second time, but Rodriguez went wide, was able to say, okay, I see him going hard cross, but that hesitation going down the line off speed, I can run that one down. Was able to get a hold of that third contact as well and send that to the stands. Jump spin. Samuels, another block.
It's almost a solo block when he hits one hand, right, Jeff? We got 8-4 now. Back to serve is El Jefe.
Samuels 2 blocks here in set number 2. They have a 4-point advantage, 8-4. Third serve is long.
That's just a bit out of bounds, narrowly missing the end line by 7 feet.
Good news is, though, unlike the opening set, in which 8 straight points were earned by Rodriguez and Palm, Vaughan and Samuels able to fight it off. Great serve down the line. Rafu's service picked up. Oh, he tries to bring it inside the antenna. Unfortunately, hits outside the antenna. That'll bring us 6-8. Currently down by 2, side switch number 2, and Rodriguez back to the service line. Rafa goes to the outside, but it goes over, but he's in a great spot for the overpass swing. He tries to run it down, does it clear, and it clears! Samuels now having tied his kill total for the second set with the first set, 2 total. I think he questioned whether or not that serve was going to stay in, plays it, sends it over. Palm takes a big swing, but sends it right back to Samuels, who's sitting right there. Plays it up, has to run it down, ball goes over. Samuels crashing into that cross court, another block. This is something we saw him do at an incredible rate at the 2021 East Coast Championships down in Clearwater, Florida, playing with his partner Rafi. Was waiting, able to see that decision-making process unfold in his teammate or his opponent, excuse me, and then crashes into that desired shot swing. Cross court dug, but out of the reach of Samuels.
Power is just too much. We got 7-10 now. I don't know who's serving. It's either Palm or Rafu. Process of elimination. It's Dave Palm.
11 kills for Rodriguez.
7 serving 10.
Poised to serve, been hitting the jump serve, and he does again. Vaughan handles it, Samuels puts him tight, tries to go down the line. Just out of the reach of the charging Palm. Rodriguez able to read it. Vaughan equaling his kill total from set number 1 as well, 6 total. The team of Samuels and Vaughan with 8 kills. Palm and Rodriguez currently sitting at 16 kills. Set 2 going more favorably. Vaughan's there. Samuels tries to put him high down the line, off the hand of Palm and out of bounds. Really nice job by Samuels placing that ball not too terribly high, because you would have thought, okay, Vaughan had to go to the stand, we have to give him time to get up. But with the way the wind is going, too high could have maybe put that ball a little tighter than they would have liked. Vaughan working incredibly hard to get up and make a great play down the line. Vaughan digs it. Samuels puts him in the middle of the net. He has to make a selection. Rafu is there. Rafu to the cross court, but in front of Vaughan this time. Rafu's 5th kill. He leads all attackers. We're actually tied up when it comes to the kill totals here in set number 2. Vaughan and Samuels with 5, Palm and Rodriguez with 5. We're going to have a technical timeout coming up next, regardless of who scores the point. This will be our 3rd side switch. The team's working to try to keep that line down so the wind doesn't take it too much, usually needing to find 2, maybe 3 different points of contact if they can add some sand to hold that line down. Might be able to see the banners at the top of your screen waving in the wind. Rafu to serve. Handled by Vaughan. Puts him high. Vaughan, sharp chop. Good pickup. It's live. Samuel has to get his feet there. It's a good set, good look, and cross court for the finish. Samuel's now surpassing his kill total in set number 1. They're feeling a lot better about their chances, not just because they're up, but because they're making the reads, they're putting the effort in there, they're controlling what they can control, making their opponents work a little bit harder. Let's take a step. We'll take an opportunity to see some of our sponsors here that allow this event to go off, and we'll see you on the other side of a brief intermission. The official whistling to request the team's return to the court. Set number 1 went in favor of Rodriguez and Palm. Set number 2 seemingly in favor of Samuels and Vaughan. Very much a crafty team on the other side of the net.
Vaughan going back to serve.
Samuels trying to intercept. Rafu avoiding the outstretched arm of Samuels. Rafu and Palm pairing up and winning in Muskegon, finishing 5th in Denver last week, and now joining us here in the Midwest. This is our 3rd next event. Excuse me, tour event, I apologize. Rafu picks up, puts it high, goes over. Samuels puts Vaughan on the net, goes down the line, but just long, about 4 inches or so. I'm fortunate I'm sitting here on the end line to watch that one contact the sand outside the end line. Certainly had the makings of a fantastic shot. Rafu and Palm cut the lead to 3, 10 serving 13. Palm back to the service line. Smooth pass by Vaughan. Vaughan with the step close. Goes back to the shot he just missed. Tactical, but I think also just reassuring that is a shot that he can hit after having just missed it. They regain a 4-point advantage, 14-10. Quick service error will bring the ball back to Palm and Rodriguez.
We got 11 serving 14 out here on center court. Rafu Rodriguez back to serve.
Rafu's been connecting with the jump spin pretty well. I imagine he'll continue to use it. He does. Samuels fights it off. Vaughan has to run it down, but puts up a great ball off the hand, but just not enough surface contact to really put that power there. I know he's thinking to himself, I have that shot. I want you to come after me again so I can put that one away. Unfortunately, after a very hard-driven ball, a service error will give a 3-point advantage to Vaughan and Samuels. Rodriguez missing 3 in the opening set. That was his first service error in set number 2. Great ball outside the platform, looks off the hands. Rodriguez matching his kill total from set number 1. He has 14 total. That'll bring about side switch number 4. The wind helping favorably there, dropping that ball quickly. Vaughan there, and not able to get that one high enough or in front of his partner. That is Palm's first ace of the contest. Only 2 scored in the entire match, both of which by Team Palm and Rodriguez. High, Samuels able to connect. He's feeling a lot better after the opening set. His kill total has risen to 4-3 here in set 2 alone. That'll send his teammate Vaughan back to the service line. They lead by 2, 16-14. Samuels did miss his last serve, so I know he's pretty excited about an opportunity to keep this one in play. Vaughan down the line, out of the reach of Rafu, or at least hoping that ball was going to be out of his reach and out of bounds. Vaughan with 6 kills here in set number 2. He is second overall behind Rafu. He now tallies 9 total. Rafu with 14 total, excuse me. Goes after Rafu. Rafu's able to fight that one out pretty easily. Goes over the top. Vaughan sitting there. Puts him high to the pin. Touched, but not able to run it down.
Vaughan with a kill. We got 18-14.
Vaughan now having 7 kills as well here in set number 2. We have 2 attackers, 1 on each team with 7. Palm and Rodriguez request a timeout. They're going to head to their respective benches. We're going to take a moment to see all of our wonderful sponsors. We'll be back with you shortly. Both teams returning to the court. Vaughan and Samuels currently up by 4, 18-14. Samuels and Vaughan being very low error from the service line certainly have some room to work with, as I'm sure everyone is when they head back to the service line, looking to continue that streak. Rafu handles that pretty well. Looks to the cross court. Last second off the block and down the line. Great selection. He regains the title of kill leader thus far in set number 2 with 8.
18-15, serving 18 as Rafu goes back to serve.
Samuels fights it off. He has a one-on-one. And a great look across the body. Samuels needing to do a lot for his team right now and making it up in blocks. He's low air right now, doesn't have a ton of kills, but Vaughan playing very good defensively. That allows Samuels to put pressure on the attacker just wide of the sideline.
Referee's going to check the spot. All he's making is wait for it. You haven't heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
Pause for dramatic effect.
The official call is...
Looks like out.
Out of bounds. I like how you maybe wait extra long for it. That was nice. Well done.
Ball is whistled out of bounds. Rafu kind of wandering along that edge of the court. After the scoreboard is flipped, it will be set point opportunity number 1, 20 serving 15. Rafu and Dave took set number 1. We might be seeing our first third setter. And the service ace. That is Vaughan. Only 3 total aces in the entire contest. 1 in set number 1, 2 here in set number 2. Pretty matched. That time Vaughan and Samuels able to put a lot more pressure on Rodriguez and Palm, especially from the blocking perspective. That allowed Vaughan to run a lot of balls down, and then Vaughan was able to convert a lot of swings. He took second in the kill column here in the set behind Rodriguez. They take set number 2. We're going to have a brief intermission, a word from our sponsors, and we will begin that third and final set here on Championship Court and the 2022 Waupaca Boat Ride Volleyball event presented by AVP at AVP Beach. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're watching us live on YouTube and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so now. Share with your friends so they can keep up to date on all the volleyball action. We return to court number 1. I'm not sure if they won the coin toss or if the other team elected to receive, but Rafu and Palm serve first, and they put themselves on the board first.
Almost a smirk. I'll take it, Dave.
Palm getting that arm long and outstretched over the net. Vaughan gets caught up just a little bit there, but he has opportunities. Rafu picks that one up. He's going to have a shot selection here. Vaughan picks it up, goes over. Let's see if Samuels can put pressure. He does. They go over. Fantastic work. Vaughan needs to put Samuels in a good spot. Samuels off speed down the line for the kill. Samuels not getting a ton of opportunities. He has to impact the game in a variety of other ways, which he is doing so incredibly from the blocking perspective. Not just necessarily terminal blocking, but causing either Rafu or Palm to hit a shot that can either be read or is being run down by Vaughan, and then delivering a hittable ball. So Vaughan can then take a rip down the line on that third and try to convert. Vaughan back to serve. I believe it's one apiece.
Up next on center court here. Griner and Grimes.
Vaughan picks it up, but it's wide. They're going to have to force it. Ball's going to be up. Let's see what they do here. They put it tight. Samuels is there. Great job by Palm. That ball kind of went away from him, and I think initially he jumped and was like, I probably could have taken an extra step to the side. But with those hands outstretched, angles off the hands, out of the reach of Vaughan, and they take a 1-point advantage, 2-1. Paul back to the service line. The wind is still pretty consistent. Samuels tries to go over on 2, just misses that, runs out of daylight. Dave Palm back to serve. Hits the top spin. Wind brings it down, but Vaughan's able to control it. Samuels puts him on the line. Looks to go cross. Palm is there. Palm picks up his second block of the set. The first 2 of which since set number 1, when he tallied 4 alone in set number 1. He has 6 total. He leads all blockers. Samuel's the only one with 4. 3 there in set number 2, 1 in set number 1. Wind is going from the bottom of your screen to the top of your screen. Serve just long. Vaughan allowing that one to continue to travel out of bounds. Still very early. Palm and Rodriguez have a 2-point advantage. Samuels with the top spin was effective in set number 2. Unfortunate service error. This is the time, if you're going to have an error, you want it to be early, as long as you're feeling like you're able to side out quickly and overcome. Rafu with the top spin goes cross court to Vaughan. Samuels puts Vaughan on the antenna down the line. A shot we saw in set number 2 that he initially hit too long, goes right back to it, sees that Palm is sitting, that Rafu is sitting into the cross court, goes high over the top. He heads back to the service line. That is also his first kill here in set number 3. Playing to 15, switch on multiples of 5. Rafu taken to the sand, but he's able to step close. Picked up by Samuels, but unfortunately goes towards the official and not towards his teammate. That is the first kill for Rodriguez here in set number 1. He has been leading all attackers. Had 1 additional kill over Vaughan. Vaughan came in second with 7 alone in set number 2. Just over the block, but out of bounds. I think it was a late decision. I think initially he's like, maybe I should go down the line. Tries to use the wind to his advantage. That ball's about a foot out. Palm back to the service line. They have an advantage 7-3. Samuels puts him tight. Vaughan gets his feet there. 4-7. Samuels to serve. Vaughan had to look at it. Rafu able to avoid the outstretched arms of Samuels.
Rafu serving.
Picked up by Rafu. He's going to try to repay the favor, but Vaughan sticks the ground. there. Vaughan has to run it down, has to keep it low. Nice job by Samuels. Doing a really good job not causing his teammate to have to run around. They get the dig. Vaughan runs it down but puts it low in a hittable position, though the daylight was running out. Samuels comes across the body to try to create a little bit more space. Finds the sand, cuts the lead to 3. Vaughan to serve. Rafu handles well. Goes down the line into the sand inside the sideline. Side switch. Only the 4th service ace of the contest. The second one for Palm. Has to go off the 1 foot.
Oh, maximum effort from the sand to the ceiling. That's going to be a point for Vaughan and Samuels. We got 6-10 now.
That's going to be good.
Samuels serving down 4. Samuels goes after Rafu. Palm has to run that one down, goes overhead.
Oh, finds the sand.
Fantastic swing by Rafu.
Because he's all about mechanics.
Good effort. I heard an out at one point. I think as soon as he turned and went to the sand, I think he was hoping, please be out. Rafu very excited about that, giving now a 5-point advantage back to him and his teammate. Just wide of the sideline.
12-6. Way to fight the stereotype.
Timeout requested by Samuels, and Vaughan will step away as well as we hear from our sponsors. Rafu continues to serve, now a 6-point advantage. High chop handled by Vaughan. Vaughan with the step close, goes cross court, picked up by Rafu. Goes quickly. Rafu cuts it across the face of Samuels, but out of bounds.
Mr. Chris Vaughan going back to serve.
Rafu going hard to the cross court underneath the outstretched arms of Samuels and just out of reach of Vaughan. That'll bring them 2 points closer to taking this third and final set here on court number 1 at the 2022 Waupaca Boat Ride Championships. Goes short. Double contact whistle. That's going to bring match point opportunity number 1 up for Dave Palm and Rafu Rodriguez. These two teams carrying a win at Muskegon, a 5th place finish in Denver. Both hailing from Florida. The other two from the same state is Caitlin Leary and Carly Kahn from the great state of Hawaii. Have won a championship. So between those 4 names, everyone else is seeking their first AVP championship as a pairing.
I'm not quite sure which. Big Daddy, all right, thank you, appreciate it. And it's El Jefe, back to serve.
Goes short. He's going to look to put pressure here. Goes over the top. Now Vaughn's been very good at converting. Oh, good run down, but out of reach. That's exactly what they were looking for. 9-14. They stave off match point number 1. Samuel's going short to Rafu. He likes his opportunity here. Thinks between the 2 shot selections, but goes short and very sharp in front of Vaughan. They take it 15-9. Rafu Rodriguez and Dave Palm win it 2-1. Very hard fault. Not a ton of errors either. I think that's what you're really hoping that you're able to take advantage of. It's not like you're giving points away. You're causing the other team to earn it. Chris Vaughan doing a fantastic job converting in transition. Rafu Rodriguez leading all attackers with a total of, gosh, I have to do all these numbers here.
Get ready for a whole new wave of White Claw. New full flavor White Claw Surf. Sensational refreshment for a taste like no other.